Hello everyone, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. We all recall that teenager who once stood in front of Peter Obi's convoy during the 2023 campaign period. We know his story, how he was detained by some persons, but I am excited to announce to you that he has regained his freedom from Kirikiri prison months after he was framed for armed robbery by the Lagos State Police Command. This is good news, my people. This alibi was adopted by two area boys who were notoriously known in the community. In the community, they were notoriously known as bad boys. These guys were bad boys. And then they adopted him and dumped him at a police station, a popular police station in that area known as Paco Police Station in Lagos State. And this boy was actually returning from work when he was grabbed by those area boys who were actually jealous. They were jealous of him. They were entitled area boys in the community. So they felt like he ought to show them respect. They've been harassing him. They've been threatening him. They've been doing all sort of things towards him. They've been threatening to deal with him since that 2023 for not giving them their own share of the donations gifted to him during the last election period. And the family of Alibi quickly raised alarm that look at what's happening, look at what's happening. To an extent, the community pressured the family of Alibi to buy cow and cook to appease those area boys. You can imagine, to appease the area boys. And then they eventually, at the end of the day, took this boy to the police station. It was said that he was involved in a street fighting and all of that. They took him later on to court in Apapa, where they obtained an order to keep him in Kirikiri, where the court obtained an order from the court in Apapa to keep him in Kirikiri on the charges of armed robbery. It was a trumped-up charges of armed robbery. The police fraudulently joined Alibi with 4 strange adults who had no form of connection whatsoever, who had no form of relationship whatsoever with Alibi. And they claimed that those 4 strange men were actually his casemates, that they planned to stage an armed robbery of some sort as a part of the diabolical frame-up of Alibi. The officers of the popular Amukoko police station also misrepresented his age to be 18, knowing fully well that his actual age would likely raise eyebrows. Knowing fully well. And Nigerians were not aware of all these things. Nigerians were not aware. Nobody really know wetin dey go on. Not until recently, where we saw on a news headline that this guy has been in Kirikiri, that he was languishing in Kirikiri since January. So some certain lawyers, quickly took some necessary steps towards securing his victory. Some certain lawyers, this popular human rights lawyer Effiong, we all know him to be a human rights lawyer. He took some necessary steps to make sure that Alibi was released. And now, they are demanding that the Nigerian police force should pay a sum of 100 million naira to Alibi as a compensation. And they are also demanding a public apology from the Nigerian police force, because what they did was quite illegal. It was evil, it was oppressive, it was a corrupt scheme. Imagine framing up a teenager for armed robbery at the behest of area boys, common area boys, who are known to be notorious. Imagine the DPP. not opening up on this issue. But finally, guys, they've discharged him. He's free, but they are seeking redress. They have demanded an apology and the sum of 100 million naira. And if these terms are not met, well, they are going to seek legal actions against the Nigerian police force. I mean, this boy's case is a painful example of the kind of corrupt system we have in Nigeria, the monstrous impunity and the pervasive injustice we have in the Nigerian police force. There are many people like this boy languishing in detention centers across Nigeria because of criminality, because of lawlessness, because of lack of accountability in the Nigerian police institution, and the very weakness of our judicial system. History will never forget what happened in Lagos. But thank God for some few persons who stood up and said no. They are not going to allow this boy, they are not going to allow Alibi to languish in prison. Currently, they are raising funds for this boy, for him to go to school, to take care of his mother, and, for his mother to set up a good business. They are raising funds. In fact, they've started a fundraising account for him. And so far, they've raised about 3 million naira. So far, they've raised the sum of 3 million naira. And it's actually nice to see that Nigerians are good-spirited people. People have been donating, contributing, so that this boy can stand on his feet. So that he can stand on his feet. It's so nice to see that he has finally reunited with his family. He has finally reunited with his family. And at this point, the money they are raising is actually to help his family to relocate from their current home area so that they can rehabilitate him somewhere else, so that they can pack out from that community because that area is not safe for them anymore. Now they've known that this boy is now, well known and quite popular, and people are already donating money for him. It's best they quickly move out from that area so that affliction will not rise again the second time. I mean, we all know that it's no longer safe for him and his family members because a lot of persons are going to target him and his family members. But thank God that people are already, trying to support his mother, who is a petty trader. And this boy has no father. He has no father. They have to rehabilitate him. They have to, take him to school. And he has already expressed his desire to go to school. He said he wants to learn a skill. So it is actually commendable. It is so unfortunate that he languished in Kirikiri for several months before Nigerians got to know of his state. So my country people, make una come chook mouth for this matter. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share.